What's going on, guys? So in this video, we're going to be covering accessing your VPS. Now, again, at the beginning, we kind of covered how to access your back office on the trading FXVPS. Now we're actually going to go inside our VPS. So the first thing that I want you guys to do is go back to the, mailbox that you had the VPS information sent to. And again, we're going to click on that email so that way we can get that information. Now, I am on my Windows computer, so you want to see how that can play in a play. It's a HP. All right. So when I say Windows, I mean in like some type of Windows OS. So if you have an HP, if you have a Dell, an Acer, all those are going to be running off of a Windows OS. And you want to see how easy it is to be running off of that. It doesn't mean that you can't run a Mac, but it is a little process. Now, in this video, I'm going to be covering how to access your VPS on a Windows device. But if you do have a MacBook, do not worry because in the same email, if you scroll all the way down, you'll see how this process is when it comes to accessing your VPS. Now, of course, on my computer, I have an HP. All right, so I'm going to show you through the Windows version how to access it. But if you have a Mac, don't worry. They do have a video about how to access it on your Mac. All right. So again, if you have any questions about changes or any updates to these videos, if it seems like these are older videos, all you got to do is go back into your back office of Trading Forex VPS and request for an updated video, or you can simply just go to YouTube. But the process itself is painless, it's very easy, and you're going to see this in this example. Okay. So again, they do have Apple, they have for Windows users on HP, Dells, Acers, stuff like that. And then you have both for your phones, how to access your VPS from your phone. All right, so in this example, we're going to go ahead and access our VPS from our HP device. So we're going to come up here and I'm going to block this information, obviously, so that way you guys don't see my personal information. But you want to have your VPS username, all that stuff right here. These are the three tabs that you're going to need to pay attention to when you're logging in. So the thing that you want to do is go to the bottom of your screen and click on the search column. And then on the search column, you want to put in remote desktop. Let's go. You can already see it at the top right here. Go ahead and click on that. It's going to bring you up to this IP. And you want to go ahead and paste your IP address right there. After you press it, you want to go ahead and connect, and it's going to prompt up for you to go ahead and put in some information. Now, if this is your first time utilizing remote desktop, you may see your name up here. You don't want to have your name up here. You want to have the information that was given to you on that email all prompted in there. So what you want to do is you want to go to more choices and use a different account. Click on that. And then after that, you want to go ahead and put in that username and password. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Now, once you do that, please make sure to double check that there's no spaces on your username. There's no extra characters on your password when you attempt to put it in there. All right, so I have my username and my password. Again, I want to click on this. I'm going to cover this up real quick, but I'm just going to click on the I button over here. So that way I can see that there is no spaces, there is no extra characters. It's exactly what my password is that I seen on my email. And then once I do that, I go ahead and click OK. And then I'm gonna get this pop up right here. You can go ahead and click yes. Now, if you don't see this pop up and it says that it was an error, I would go back and start the process over again by, clicking out of that box, go back to remote desktop and re-put in that information again, double checking, make sure that there's no spaces. And of course, make sure that you use a different user at the bottom. So, just double check those things and then go ahead and click on enter. Now, if you're having issues with this and you really need some help, if you can't get to this screen, of course, you can reach out to our support in the Telegram group. and get with myself or one of my admins. But it's not that hard. Just take your time and go through it. Try it at least 3 times, 3 or 4 times. And if you really cannot get through this part, I would even double check the video. But if you really can't get back to this part, guys, just reach out to us. We're here. So then you click yes, and then boom, you are loaded on your VPS. Now, I wanted to close that because in the next video, we're going to be talking about finally downloading the bot and also downloading your MetaTrader 4 platform that you're going to be utilizing the bot on. But as you can see, this VPS literally looks like if you have an HP or a Acer or whatever, it looks like a Windows server. And even so, if you have a MacBook, it's going to look like this too. Why? Because on VPS servers, it doesn't matter what company you go through to get a VPS, it will always have uh, a Windows OS on it. Because Windows, they just own, I guess, they don't own the rights to them, but they primarily are the ones that are the ones that have the VPS OSs on there. I'm pretty sure that you can go through providers that have like maybe that Mac OS, maybe even just if it might be exclusively through Apple. But for the most part, when it comes to VPSs, they are Microsoft are the primary people that have the OSs. So if you have a MacBook and you're like, hey, well, I have a MacBook, how can I run this on there? Well, that's what the VPS for. When you remote into a um, Microsoft server. But that's really technical jargon. You don't really need to know all this. All you need to know is, hey, the bot. All right, that's what you need to know about. So as you can see here, you can still access Chrome and Google. As far as Google, Chrome, and Edge is already installed. So you can actually go here, click on that, and search the web. And on the next video, you're going to see how important that is because you're going to be logging in to your email that was sent to you or even to the classroom so that way you can download everything that you need from the bot. All right, to go ahead and install everything. Okay, so in the next video, that is what we're going to be doing.